everybody. I am back today with a new video for a cherry on top. You can actually find a whole blog post with this layout over on the cherry blog, and the blog post went up yesterday, but the video is going to go up today. Mostly just because I didn't have a lot of time to do the voiceover or edit before the blog post went up. I am going to be working with Prima's Spring Abstract line. This line, I truly believe, is the most underrated spring line to be released this year. It is so gorgeous and so fabulous. I absolutely love it. I started my layout by cutting out the white part of the wreath design on my pattern paper. I then went ahead and distressed that circle and inked it up using Hickory Smoke Distress Oxide ink. Then I took just a tiny little bit of the edges from around the outside of the pattern paper. So my plan is that I don't really like the white center of this wreath. It didn't go with the style that I wanted for my layout. I wanted to have a little bit of color in the middle because my plan is to build that wreath out and make it more of a focal point on my layout, and I want to be able to add some color in the middle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Tear It tape, which is super sticky tape, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab my Cocoyo tape runner. And what I'm going to do is I want to frame this pattern paper with the light pink color. This is quartz cardstock from Basel, and I'm just going to take the branding strip off. It is always very important to remove your branding strip before you do this. And then I can get my pattern paper nice and centered. And then I have this beautiful light pink that matches the line in the middle of my wreath, and also as a little frame around my paper. I'm pushing down to kind of get that Cocoyo tape runner to hold my pattern paper in place, and then I can pull the backing off of the super sticky Tear It tape without my pattern paper shifting, and it'll keep that nice border around the edge even. I'm going to grab this pretty yellow pattern paper and map my photo. I love the yellows in this collection. They are fresh and pretty, and it's not like a lemon yellow, you know, where it's so bright it almost hurts your eyes. It's not like a fally mustardy yellow. It's just this lovely yellow that I really do. I just cannot. Have I mentioned how much I really love this collection? I decide that I absolutely love my photo, like right there in the center. So I'm going to use some foam tape and pop my photo up, and I'm going to place it right there in the bottom, centered on my wreath. Once I have my photo in place, it's time to decide how I want to design this wreath. So there is a printed wreath on this pattern paper, and I know that I want to build the wreath out a little bit. The first thing I'm going to use is that heart that says love. My photo is a big part of this layout, and so I know that I need to balance it out. So my photo is in black and white. That heart is rather large, and it is a really good counterpoint to my photo. I've already gone through all of the ephemera pieces, and I've chosen just all the flowers because I want to use the flowers as a way to kind of cover up that little bit of extra white space that I still have. There will be a little of it peeking through, but for the most part, my idea is to pretty much cover up that white part, cover up the white space that I still have there, and by doing that, I'm going to make this wreath appear much larger than just the wreath that's printed on the paper. If you watched my haul video where I talked about intentionally purchasing embellishments and papers, then you know that I intentionally purchased more ephemera than I would actually normally use, because I really wanted to use a bunch of the flowers and create this wreath layout. So I'm going to go ahead and add in all of these ephemera pieces. And if you're like, oh my goodness, she used like half a pack of ephemera. Indeed I did, and I'm okay with it because that was my plan. This was what I wanted to do. And you know what? My youngest son is getting older. He is 16 now. And I feel like opportunities where it's just him and he is totally fine with smiling and being in pictures with his mom is dwindling down. So when I got this really beautiful photo of the two of us together, I really wanted to document it and give it kind of like pride of place, or just a really nice, pretty layout in my album. So once I have all of these initial flowers down, I'm going to make sure there's nothing else I want to add to the wreath. In addition to the flower ephemera, I also added 2 little pieces down at the bottom. That little square that says, oh, "You are some kind of wonderful." And I knew I wanted to use that. That's actually going to act as my title as well. And then I'm going to go through this sticker book. So all of these stickers are lovely, thick, fabulous cardstock stickers. And then there's also these pages that have fussy cut elements in them, or you could cut them into like 3x4 cards, or there's lots of ways you could use them. But what I decided to do was to just grab a couple kind of stickers that said some good things that I thought would be appropriate for my photo, and add them to the wreath design as well. And now it's time for the flowers. It has been so long since I have played with Prima flowers. I know that for years they were known for their beautiful flowers, and they still are. These flowers are stunning. So when I chose flowers that I thought would be as small as I could get them. And I did pretty good. These do have a little bit of dimension, but honestly, they don't have any more dimension than a flare or another type of embellishment like that. So that made me super happy. I knew that they're not gonna bulk up my album too much. Another thing about these flowers is that because of the design of them, they're not going to get squished. So I am going to go ahead and add lots of flowers. So there are 2 different styles of flowers in this pack that I bought, and I think I used all of this one style of flower. They're so cute. I will be sure to link all of the products that I used in this video from the Prima Spring Abstract Collection in the description box below, and they will be affiliate links. If you use the link and make a purchase, it helps me to do what I do here for you. It helps me to be able to support my channel. It helps me to be able to take the time to make these videos and edit the videos and voice over the videos and create class content and do all the things that I do. I just will throw that out there for you. So I'm going to just continue on here. I am using some foam tape to pop up different elements. So I popped up my love heart that I have at the top. I popped up my photo. I'm going to pop up this butterfly and add him in. This pattern paper that I am using does have foil on it, foiled like polka dots. They're beautiful. But I thought, you know what? Let's add just a touch more sparkle. I mean, can you ever have too much sparkle? So I'm going to use Nuvo Deluxe adhesive, which you saw there. I'm going to grab a sequin mix that kind of coordinates with the colors. And all I'm doing is I'm just going to put some sequins just around the outside edge of my wreath. So my wreath kind of goes from wreath to kind of sequins to kind of smaller foiled polka dots and the color wash that's on the pattern paper. I think they are the perfect finishing touch for this layout. It gives, I'm telling you, they do something magical, these sequins. They just really finish off my layout and were the perfect last little detail. And here are all of the close-ups. I hope you have enjoyed this process video and that you enjoy this layout as much as I do. I just think it turned out beautiful. This line is so good. I really, really love it, and I cannot wait to pull it out again and make more. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Bye.